So the difference between presidential candidate Kamala Harris and the matriarch of Black Lives Matter, if it's understood correctly, the matriarch of Black Lives Matter wants to defund the police.
You mean the woman that took all the money?
No, I'm talking about the lady right here in L.A., Los Angeles,
okay.
who's the new matriarch of Black Lives Matter. You're talking about the other one of the founding ladies who they accused for taking the money.
And she probably didn't, but
whether she did it or not, we're saying as of this interview, there's a new matriarch of Black Lives Matter right here in Los Angeles, nationwide, but based in Los Angeles.
Okay. And how would she be different?
You say how would she be different? She's actually currently running for vice president.
Oh, okay.
With Cornel West.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
They're both from Oakland. So Kamala and Melina, Dr. Melina and President Kamala is from Oakland. But they have their differences, and I'm hoping we can have some conflict resolution so we can step in the name of love in Chicago August 19th for the DNC Essence Fest.
What do you want to happen to those policemen that killed that young lady? What would you have to happen to them?
Look at the law books, and whoever the prosecutor is for that case, judge them accordingly.
And of course,
I'm not asking to create
policemen have immunity, right?
Qualified immunity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this guy probably won't be going to jail, huh?
Your knowledge deeper than mine when it comes to that. I'm familiar with qualified immunity. I know the Floyd family is pushing for that. I heard one of George's brothers speak on that.
And he's involved with the case in Springfield already?
I hope he is. I'm not sure. I don't know him personally, but I heard, I think on Roland Martin's show, it's okay to plug Roland. Right?
Roland Martin, Jesus Christ. You listen?
Roland, we need you.
You are listening to something that Roland, you listen to something, they ran him out of Chicago.
Roland, all personality aside, not politics aside, Roland is the top black media entity in the United States right now. Who's bigger than Roland?
You're looking at him as Donald Trump would
say.
That's
right.
how Donald Trump sells, y'all.
I support.
He asked the question Donald Trump. They asked Donald Trump the other day. They said, "Well, what do you think about this? What do you think about that?" And Donald Trump said, "Well, I handle that."
And then after Roland, I would say Karen.
Roland was in the biggest market in the country. Did you know that? Roland Martin was.
Which market?
He was in the Chicago market.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right, cool. Now,
Roland was in the Chicago market, and he stayed 3 days.
Now, you can't do the Chicago market, New York, L.A. if you're not a big dog. Roland is a big dog.
He was there. He stayed for 3 days. They ran him out the town.
It's like that. Chicago, let me know if I got a pass, and I plan to be there. I know it ain't wise to drop locations, but
they ran Roland out the town.
What Roland said to get ran out the town?
Because he was preaching all that falsehood, and he took a historic radio station, WVON, and he almost ruined it. Mm. But let's talk more seriously about this young lady that lost her life, because I've lost family members also.
She lost her body. She didn't lose her life. Life goes on.
Oh, wait a minute.
She lost her body.
Oh, her body. Okay.
Yeah, life goes on. Life is an energy. So
the
life
young lady that lost her body.
She lost her body.
What would you want to happen to the policemen, and how do we in this country finally begin to resolve this issue with police brutality?
The way we resolve it, let's do some American history real quick. So after the Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln called for the Reconstruction era.
In which we had.
Thanks for saying that, Jeff. We had that. We never had, for lack of a better word, a Reconstruction era after integration. Jeff, pardon my assumption, you appear to be old enough to, if not be alive during
the Civil War.
Not the Civil War, of course. But the civil rights, not Civil War, but civil. Were you around even if you was a kid?
Very familiar with it.
Okay, cool. So you should be able to speak on this better than I can. There wasn't a reconstruction. There wasn't a social reconstruction for black and white people after integration. So what happened was the liberals pretty much just, I don't want to say forced or pushed the blacks on the whites. And I'm definitely not, the whites don't need me to speak up for them. They do a very great job of that themselves. But it wasn't a social fusion, if you will.
Okay.
A social fusion, first time saying that. So, hey, look, guys, blacks, here's what the whites don't like about you. Whites, here's what the blacks don't like about you guys. But let's sort this out and make this experiment a reality. Make democracy the experiment a real reality.
Wow. Let's tell my people something about who you are. because you seem to be fighting for the cause of African American people in this country.
Black
Who are you?
citizens. African Americans wear the names of two conquerors. So Africa is named after a conqueror named Africanus, and America is named after an explorer called Amerigo Vespucci. So when you identify as African American, you are. It's like, would you wear a jacket with a patch on your left arm saying Abraham Africanus, and a patch on your right arm saying America?